It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we're going to look at J.J. McCarthy. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. And so good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. You know, partner, sometimes teams get off to slow starts, and that's the case for these teams we're going to see here. Both under 500. Not critical yet, but you can't wait too long to try and get this thing turned around.
And I know it sounds crazy, Mike, but here we are, and it's only October. There's a long way to go. But this feels like a really important game, and I think that was the sense that both coaches told us all week when we had a chance to meet with them. They said, we're not trying to panic. We're not trying to put the cart before the horse, but
the punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Minneapolis. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings led out by the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. Won the national championship at the University of Michigan. Wasn't asked to throw it a ton during that championship run, but very athletic, very impressive. And Greg, he's the guy for the Vikes.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They run straight ahead with Jones. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Dallas Turner, the rookie, there on the tackle. Throwing on second down, Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Brandon Powell returns for the Vikings. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Vikings offense ready now for their second drive. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
In motion comes Thomas. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Williams in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets them down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. Powering forward. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Williams in motion. On second down, Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Lions will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to about the 28-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Third and 5.
Brings up third and 5.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 37.
They'll put Addison in motion. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
There's nothing harder in sports than being a young rookie starting quarterback. So here you have J.J. McCarthy. We saw him accomplish everything there was to have in Michigan in college, and now he finds himself in the league trying to make the adjustment. But if there's one thing every rookie quarterback would love to have, Mike, it's Justin Jefferson.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. They'll put Addison in motion. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
A big loss on the
That
play.
is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
This is Jones. And some good blocking, springing him. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
First down, Detroit.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone. David Montgomery. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing here is Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the first down, so we'll have third down coming up.
3rd and inches.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Throwing, Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
1st down, Lions.
Now Goff. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice first down pickup there by Sam Laporta, the second-year tight end out of Iowa. And you talk about having a breakout rookie campaign, Mike. I mean, to make the Pro Bowl as a rookie at the tight end position is no easy feat. He kind of burst onto the scene as the Lions found themselves in the NFC Championship. I had a chance this summer to spend some time with him at our TEU, kind of our tight end only camp that I run with Kelsey and Kittle in Nashville. And seeing him work up close and personal, you can see why, even though he's a young player, he's had the level of success that he's had only 2 years now into his career.
At the Vikings 30-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He's got his man, Peoples-Jones. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Detroit.
They'll go play action with Goff. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense.
So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run with Montgomery. He slams it in there, and he is in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. Now a handoff. Jones. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll put Addison in motion. On play action, here's McCarthy. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now McCarthy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the 2nd half.
Raymond going to return it, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
The 48-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And when it comes to Turner, you're talking about a guy, Mike, that was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, that probably says all you need to know. First-team All-American with 10 sacks, and he has a rare combination of length, but he's also very strong at the point of attack.
Now whistles and a timeout. Here's Jack Fox now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw is McCarthy. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Vikings have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
1st and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Got a man, it's Thomas. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the Lions' 46-yard line.
Here's Jones. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On the handoff, Jones. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding. Offense.
A run, it's Jones, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. In motion, it's Jefferson. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. 3rd and long. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On second down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
And 7 yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Badgley's extra point is good. And the Lions extend to a 24-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll work now on second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. They'll try to set up the screen here. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. To the air on third down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Ryan Wright now as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On first and 10, here's Goff. A throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and That was a good one there.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw is Goff. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line.
Offense.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Goff to throw on 1st down. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Gibbs. Whoa! And now flags fly as a gain of about 4 could be negated.
Offense.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw. He'll get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Goff. And that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. The next drive about to get going. I want to remind you what's coming up in primetime this week. Week 7 already in the NFL. We have the Jets and Steelers on Sunday Night Football. And then coming up tomorrow night, the last of our Monday doubleheaders for the year. Ravens-Bucks from Tampa at 8:15. That's followed out west by the Chargers and Cardinals from the desert. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got it at the 3. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
Complete to T.J. Hawkinson. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Curtis Samuel, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. That's on the all-pro tackle, Penei Sewell. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Dallas Turner, the rookie, there on the tackle. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff to the right side. That's St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Here's the Lions punt team now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
To throw is McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll go play action with Goff. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. From the gun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So now, this team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. He'll complete that to his fullback.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Williams in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to bring up a third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his man, Peoples-Jones. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Working free downfield, it is Williams. It is a huge play for Detroit, and even 30 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Williams in motion. Quick throw, taken in.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
3rd and a yard. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. A run up the gut with Montgomery. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Badgley now, the tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Vikings 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Kirsten Darrisaw, the 1st-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. As this drive quickly stalled out, So he's on to punch it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. This one finds Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out.
Kevin O'Connell made the decision, and he will throw the red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. On first down, it's Goff. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 33-yard line.
A second down throw for Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate.
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
The Vikings offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. The ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
McCarthy to the air on second down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. On third and long, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And they look to finish it off here in the fourth. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up second and long.
A gain of 3 brings up second down at the 30-yard line.
Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
A big play for Minnesota. 59 yards.
Well, in my house, Mike, my kids call that a dot. I mean, I don't think he could have walked out there and handed it to him any better. And everyone wants to talk about arm talent and how far can you throw it. But in the NFL, if you want to play quarterback, accuracy is the #1 quality a quarterback has to have.
Here's a toss as they look to run. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. In motion comes Thomas. They'll power ahead with Ham, the fullback. He is in. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll come up here 1st and 10. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past as they'll try to get this one to the finish line. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 10. First down is right.
Now Gibbs. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
On the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That's Jonathan Grenard busting in to record the sack.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
The Lions will punt this ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A run with the fullback, Ham. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. They run a little inside draw with their fullback. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 25-yard line.
Right back to the fullback. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. It is 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. That one taken in by St. Brown. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
On play action, Goff. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 1 yard to go.
To throw is Goff. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Here's Goff. To the left side. That's caught by Mitchell. 14 on the pickup. First down, Detroit.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
We're about ready now for the punt. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. He's trying to power forward, but no dice. They go with the big man, and he may have lost yardage, and it sets up 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. That's caught once again by Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. To the air once more is McCarthy. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Throwing again is McCarthy. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be 3rd down. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And it comes to 4th and 2. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. There's Jefferson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much, and that should wrap this one up.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Jack Fox in formation for the Lions. Fair catch, signaled for and taken. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.